I am bad with technology. In fact, I would even go as far as to say that I don't even really like it that much. And the problem is, as someone who has grown my own landscaping business past $3 million in annual revenue, is that I can tell you that we 100,000% could not have done it without heavily using technology. In this video, I'm going to show you the benefits of using technology and, more importantly, some easy ways on how you can use it in your business, even if you're like me and you consider yourself technologically challenged. Also, at the end of this video, I'm going to show you a few unique technology things that we created for our business, and of course, an easy way for you to copy them for your business. There are 3 technology levels in your business. Level 1 is the basic accounting level. Think QuickBooks and NetSuite. Level 2 is the CRM level. Think Jobber, Service Autopilot, Yardbook, LMN, programs like that. Level 3 is the customized level. Now, this is where you can pull ahead of your competition and do things that make people confused when they see how efficiently your business runs. Starting with level 1 though, basic accounting level. So in case you didn't know, there are programs that are designed to automatically keep track of all of your income, all of your expenses, and also keep track of the value of your business assets. Think like trucks, equipment, trailers, etc. QuickBooks is probably the most commonly used platform for most small businesses, and it's what I would probably recommend for you to use. Basic accounting software like QuickBooks allows you to directly connect your credit card and your bank account so that every business expense you have is automatically tracked and categorized. Now, setting up your business with a basic accounting software should be a top priority because it allows you to easily understand the financial performance of your business. And if you're anything like me, or how I was 5 years ago, you would probably rather mow lawns 7 days a week for 16 hours a day instead of going through the pain of creating and setting up a QuickBooks account. The good news though is that you don't have to do it all by yourself. The easiest way to set up and actually use QuickBooks the right way is just to simply hire a bookkeeper. Now, I'm not talking about a W-2 employee on your payroll. I'm talking about outsourcing your financial tracking, aka bookkeeping, to a company or person that does bookkeeping. This should only cost you anywhere from roughly $150 to maybe $400 a month on the very high end, and I can tell you it's worth every penny, even if your business is small. The right person or company will gladly assist you in setting up your account and help you create some simple rules so you can stay organized and up to date financially. And if you don't know a bookkeeper, just ask every business owner that you do know until you get a good referral. So there you have it. That's how you reach technology level 1 in your business without actually having to set it up yourself. Now, hopefully that feels pretty simple. Now, before we move on to level 2, you should know that some accounting softwares, like QuickBooks, can do more than just track your finances. However, if you're serious about growing your landscaping business, I would not recommend using certain features in QuickBooks. To be more specific, I don't recommend using a software like QuickBooks to send estimates and invoices. Instead, we're going to talk about a better option in technology level 2, the CRM level. This is exactly what it sounds like. It's implementing a CRM software into your business. And if you don't know what CRM is, it just stands for Client or Customer Relationship Management. CRM softwares usually include features that let you schedule jobs, email clients, invoice clients, run helpful reports, and often a lot more. In this section, we're going to discuss the benefits of using a CRM, how to choose the right CRM for your business, and of course, how to get it set up without having to actually be the one to do it all by yourself. Starting with the benefits, when used properly, the right CRM software can literally save you and your team hundreds of hours of manual work per month. A few basic features of most CRM softwares: routing, meaning you can put out a list of 10, 15, 20 jobs on a day, and with a few clicks, put them in the most efficient order for your team. Number 2, automatic note transfer, meaning when you send an estimate to a client through the software, you can include pictures and notes in that estimate. When the estimate is approved by the client, all of those same notes and pictures get automatically transferred to the crew or to your team, so that way when they go to actually do the job, they see exactly what you told the client you would do. And again, that's why I recommend using a CRM for this feature, not something like QuickBooks, which is far more limited. And last but not least, number 3 is automatic invoicing. Now, every good CRM will have this feature. Basically, once your crew completes a job on their list, the system will automatically create an invoice for that job. If you get a credit card on file from your clients, that means with just a few clicks of a button, you can charge all of your clients and get paid basically right away. Automatic invoicing is probably the most simple feature, but easily the most powerful when it comes to growing your business, because you can maintain great cash flow at all times. In other words, no more waiting months to get checks in the mail. Now let's talk about how to actually pick the best CRM software for your business. And then right after that, we'll talk about a few paths to actually easily implement a CRM, again, without having to do it all by yourself. When deciding which software is best for your business, there are really 2 important factors to consider. Number 1 is, what is the current size of your business? Now this one is actually pretty simple because it's just kind of a math problem. Entry-level softwares that are designed for smaller businesses are generally less expensive. If you're doing less than, say, $500K in annual revenue, you should probably be looking at CRMs that you can, most importantly, afford, and just something that will get your foot in the door with basic functionality. And to be clear, and you might hate me for this, but if you want to grow your business past, let's say, the $1 million mark, then at some point you will have to switch to a more advanced CRM. But again, if you're just starting out, getting your foot in the door with something simple is the most important. And on the other side of things, if you're already creeping over or around that 500K mark, it's probably worth it to look into a CRM that you can actually grow into. Something that where you might not use every feature right away, but you know in the near future that you will be. The second factor is to decide what are the core services that you want to offer long term. Some software programs are better suited for different service lines within the green industry. For example, LMN is one of the better softwares if all you are doing is large hardscape and landscape projects. If you're just offering lawn care treatments then and weed control, you might want to look into something or a software that's called Real Green. And if you're a smaller business offering a little bit of everything, then Jobber or Homeworks might be a good solution depending on how big your business is. So to summarize one last time, the exact CRM that you select for your business comes down to 2 things: the current size of your business and the exact services that you plan to specialize in long term. Now that you have an idea of how to choose a CRM software, let's talk about the easiest options to actually get it set up and working in your business. And real quick, I don't want to lose you during this section, so if you really just hate technology or you just have no patience for it, keep watching. I have a feeling what I'm about to say will make all of this feel a lot less overwhelming. So option 1 is you can assign the task of setting up your software to your office manager or your administrative assistant. Now, of course, this assumes that either 1, you already have someone working in your office, or 2, that you're willing or at the stage where you're going to hire someone. Now, here's why I believe this is a good strategy. Number 1, setting up a CRM at a basic level, it's actually not overly complicated. You have to remember that all of these software companies try to make it as easy as possible until you get to a super high level. It really doesn't take someone who is crazy good to figure this out. You just need someone with a lot of patience and enough of an incentive to take the time to set it up the right way. Your admin likely has the most to benefit from setting up a CRM. It will make their life so much easier. And chances are, if you're this deep into the video about hating technology, they probably have more patience than you with this stuff. So if you already have an admin who you think is capable, this could be a great opportunity for them to take on more responsibility. Or if you're planning to hire someone, just make sure whoever you do hire understands that this is something that you will likely want them to do as part of their job. Let's move on to option 2. You don't have an admin yet, and you wouldn't want to hire one right now. So what do you do? Well, not only do the CRM software companies have an onboarding process designed to guide you through the process personally, so you're not having to do it by yourself, but you can actually take it a step further, and you can hire an outside company or a freelancer to assist you with the setup. Yes, that's right. There are people who set up CRM software as a paid service. Oftentimes, they know the systems so well that they can customize it for you so it works best for your business. A quick Google search will reveal companies and freelancers that are willing to take on this task for you. The key takeaway here is just like you would probably pay someone to do your taxes because you don't know how to do taxes, you don't know all the laws, you don't know how that works. It's the same concept when it comes to technology. As long as you recognize the value of good technology, you can invest the money and have someone else set it up and train you how to use it instead of painfully figuring it out by yourself and then trying to train your team. So hopefully at this point, your eyes have been opened and you feel at least a little bit more confident about actually integrating technology into your business. Let's move on to the final level, which is level 3, customize, where you can actually start to gain some real advantages over your competition. Now again, I mentioned at the beginning of this video that this is where the real magic happens. And because I don't want to lose you here, I'm going to once again tell you that at the end of this video, I'm going to give you a super easy way to actually use some of the custom technology that we built for our business. It's designed specifically for landscaping companies. So once you're fully invested in whatever CRM you decide to use, you're going to quickly recognize that there are gaps in functionality. In other words, there will 100% be things that you want the software to do, but it either requires additional setup or is straight up impossible because of the limits of the software. This is where customization comes in, and there are 2 categories of customization that we need to discuss. The first category is internal customization. These are customizations that happen within the CRM software that you use. Internal customizations require people who really understand your specific CRM. Someone like me, and maybe someone like you too, would probably have a really hard time creating these customizations. But the good news is that you don't have to do it yourself. All we have to do as the business owner is number 1, understand what would actually be helpful for the team and clients, and number 2, find the right people to create what you need. The most common form of an internal customization is automations. Most CRM softwares have the ability to create automatic actions that happen without you having to do anything, automatically. For example, maybe anytime you schedule a job within the software, you want the client to automatically get an email letting them know that you are coming that day to do a specific service. Or maybe after you send a quote to a client, you want to automatically send them an email to follow up 1 day after, 3 days after, and 5 days after to try to get them to actually sign up. These are just 2 very basic examples of automations. And just like setting up your CRM, there are people and companies that will do this for you as a paid service. Now keep in mind, some CRM softwares have more automation capabilities than others. In general, the more expensive the software is, and the more it's designed for bigger businesses, the more capability it's going to have. All you need to do as the business owner is number 1, know that these things exist. Number 2, know what will actually be helpful to create and automate within your business. And number 3, know that you can and probably should hire someone to set them up for you. The second category of customization is external customization. External customizations is the idea of creating technology outside of your CRM software. Now, the only reason you would do this is because your CRM does not have the ability to do what you want it to do. I can tell you, as your business gets bigger and bigger, this will only become more true. To give you an example of an external customization that we created for our business, we created a custom quoting platform for our landscape services. Basically, the platform we made allows us to have our estimators consistently figure out how long jobs take by inputting measurements from each property into a form. The tool allows us to track how each estimate was created, It stores the data from each property, and most importantly, it prevents guessing and misquoted jobs. The CRM software that we use in our business right now has some basic version of this, but once we reached a certain size, we really needed something that was more streamlined. This quoting tool specifically was actually the thing that made it possible for me to delegate the job of estimating to one of our employees instead of having to do it myself forever. Creating customized external technology like this is really only something that happens when your business gets bigger. But I think it's still important to know that the chances your CRM does everything you want it to do forever is pretty slim. Now, just like every other part of this video, external customizations can be outsourced to companies and freelancers. However, the cost for building things like this can get expensive very quickly. So it's really important that you understand exactly what you need built right from the start. So to wrap things up, the biggest takeaway from this video is that your job as the business owner is to not have to learn, implement, and become an expert at all things technology. Your job is to recognize that technology is important and to allocate the resources and attention needed to keep up with it or get ahead of your competition. And as promised at the beginning of this video, I said I would give you an easy way to copy some of the custom technology that we built for our landscaping business. In the description below, there are 2 links. One link is a spreadsheet version of the quoting tool I was talking about earlier. If you offer basic maintenance services like mowing, shrub trimming, and mulch installation, it should help you get a better understanding of what metrics to use and how long jobs should take. My only disclaimer is that I wouldn't trust it blindly just because every market and every business is different. But if you have no idea how to price, it will probably at least help you get started. The second link is an almost identical copy of the budget and cash flow tool that we use to run our $3 million business. And a quick disclosure about this one too, this is not a quick and easy thing that you will fill out in 10 minutes. Realistically, this requires 1 or 2 days of focused work that, if done correctly, will give you more insight about your business financials than you've probably ever had before. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe, leave your questions below in the comments. I'll do my best to respond to all of them. And if you need a quick break from the technology talk and want to learn about the biggest mistake that we made buying landscape equipment, you can check out this video next.